Today we're gonna talk about smut. Hey, we're going there.
Hey, so that don't mean I can rough it up. That don't mean you can back it up. I go make your knees buckle.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Intrinsic Archives. My name is Verlaine, but you can call me V. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. In this channel, we do beauty discussions and lots of commentary. So if you like what you see and you want to see more, go ahead and like and comment down below. If you're feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Show your girls some love. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to follow me on my social media, Coffee and Bean V. It's always a fun time over there, always. Valentine's Day is quickly approaching, and so normally around this time of year, Netflix and other Wattpad favorites comes out with just echelons, taboo movies. I'm talking about creme de la creme in naughty movies. And of course, this time of year, since of COVID, I haven't seen any selections that've been tickling my fancy. So why not dissect the ones that set the map? Why not go back and look at the movies that had all of America talking? Let's talk about 365 Days and 50 Shades of Grey. Now, you like it or not, those movies did a little something. And we're gonna break down these movies bit by bit and also talk about Wattpad's, hand in this to see what was it about my pubescent hormones that was obsessed with these movies and books. Because let me tell you something, when I was a certain age, I was reading these books like the Holy Bible. Your girl was shifting through them like she had nothing else to do. Now that I'm an adult, I'm looking back and I'm just like, wow. Wow. Not gonna lie to you, I still read them. Not gonna lie. Am I a hypocrite for making this video? Yes. Yes, I am. Will I still read and watch these movies? Absolutely. Absolutely. Who gonna stop me? Who gonna check me? Not you. So let's get right onto it. Powerful man trope. Honey, whether it's a mafia leader, whether it's a CEO, whether it's a alpha of a wolf pack, baby, he is gonna be on top. These men are usually sexy. They're usually just dominating. They are men of power and or of money. Very rarely do you ever see a man in these stories where he's either broke, making minimum wage. No. We want the powerful. We want the moolah. We ain't no gold diggers though. We just have a certain caliber, okay? We have a certain taste, a certain palette of men. And honey, these stories deliver, okay? They're usually sexy, they're raw, they're boom, 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 abs, just look. Yes. Oh yes. Yes, I like that one. Yes, you like that? See it? You surely sure. What can I say? It's hot in here. It's hot. But 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be someone who's rich, powerful, famous, or a leader in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's a teen flick where he's the captain of the football team, he's a leader in some way. And so that is one thing I've noticed in these series and books. Second thing I've noticed in these movies is the virginal character. The woman, the protagonist, dare I say, is always either a virgin, super innocent, super pure, or like Anastasia Gray, or on the flip side, she's someone who's very independent, will not be bossed around, and yet she is somehow dominated or tamed.
Now, my issue with this depiction is that these women now become sexual objects in the story. No more are they women of society with hopes, dreams, aspirations, feelings. They immediately become sexual objects for the male character to tame, to dominate, to deflower. And they always make it abundantly clear that they want to sleep with them. Now, we're all adults here. I understand that these are romance. These are typically sexually charged movies, but at the same time, these men make it quite clear that they are pretty much disregarding any life they had before and now infringe or imprinted or plant themselves in these women's lives without their permission to kind of do what they please with them. And that for me is an issue. Also, I don't like the fact that they always make it abundantly clear, especially with the virginal character, that they want to deflower her. Like, he goes out of his way to make it seem like he wants to be it's kind of creepy if you think about it. Like, obviously, when it comes to the storyline, he didn't know that she was virgin. But once he did, it just, I don't know. For me, when it comes to most of these storylines, the second they find out that they're virgin, or the second they're a little bit feisty, as they would claim, they want to deflower them. They want to be the one that tames them. They want to be the one that makes their mark. And I don't know. For me, that always puts me off a little bit. Like, it's kind of unsettling when you really think about it.
These movies, TV shows, Wattpad's delight is that the man always has some dark, ominous past. He always has problems. I just need to stress that women are not therapists, okay? You need a therapist, sweetheart, not a vagina. You need psychiatric professional help, not the coochie cat. That's just what it is. And in these stories, these men got some serious issues. We're looking at anger problems. We're looking at abusiveness. We're looking at manipulative, over talking, constant stalking. It's actually quite unsettling how we can watch these movies and be like, oh yes, I wish. But then if you take all the sexy music off, take away the abs, take away everything that's supposed to like blur our vision, and we just give you the storyline. It's literally a man stalking you, abusing you, just the echelon.
And the amount of sexual assaults displayed in these movies is also very unsettling. I promise you, within the first 10 minutes of them being together, he's either sexually assaulting her, claiming that he won't do anything without her permission, and then forces her to do something, or straps her up, or pushes her down, or pushes her on the bed, and essentially just pushing themselves on her without her permission. This is sexual assault. This is battery. Like, this isn't okay, and it's very romanticized and glorified in these type of movies. And what makes it worse is that I used to love it. I don't know what it was, but the more toxic, the better. I loved it when he was choking her, pushing her against the wall, interrupting her. But now that I'm an adult, I was like, I wish a man would. This isn't okay. But yet in these movies, these storylines, this is what's glorified. This is what's romanticized. And it's dangerous, because girls and women will think that this is okay, or this is sexy, or that the man loves them when they do actions like this, when it's not.
365 days, he literally never met her. He got shot, had a hallucination of her. Kidnapped her. Wow, is that me? Kidnapped her. She wakes up to find paintings of her in his house. He's talking about, yeah, I've been waiting for you. I've been searching around the whole wide world for you. Huh? Like, that's very scary. 50 Shades of Grey, Christian Grey, honey, he had a whole file on her. He had her bank account statements. He had her whole file. He knew her family, where she lived. If that isn't scary, I don't know what is. Okay? It's a little unsettling, and yet we love it. And I don't know what it was about the dark pasts, but I get it. These stories want to capitalize on we women fixing them. They don't need therapists, they need us. With our love and a little bit of coochie, okay, a little bit of coochie, we can fix them, we can tame them. No other woman has been able to make them commit. We are the ones, yes, with a pure of heart of gold, is supposed to make these men right. And I'm telling you, it's toxic. I'm telling you, this is not how real life works. And a lot of women will do it. This is a direct representation of what women do in real life right now. It doesn't matter what race you are, everyone has done it one time in their life, where we think that we can fix them. We think that for whatever reason, I don't know what we think we got, that they don't need a therapist, they need us. They need our love, our patience. And baby, listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, he needs a therapist. He needs professional psychiatric help. There's nothing wrong with that. Get a little therapy. Talk to somebody. Don't kidnap nobody and try to make them fix you. That's not how that works. Women, stop trying to fix them. We need a whole man before everyone has their issues, everyone has their baggages, of course. But when the baggage becomes a little deadly, a little toxic, a little not sustainable, that's when we're having some issues, and we need to break free from that. And these movies love to capitalize on that. Even teen flicks, dare I say, always have something to do with that, where they think the coochie, the pussy whack is gonna fix them. And baby, I'm telling you, it's not. And that's another point I'd like to make. The sex. Oh, honey, dry, unseasoned. I don't know what it is about these movies that likes to rope you in with some kinky. That's one thing about 50 Shades of Grey. We were bamboozled. We were fooled. We were betrayed. Listen, they roped us in with a little kinky. They roped us in with something that was considered taboo, BDSM, something a little more sexy. And then throughout the storyline, they cut it out. Of course, they're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna do this and that, but they cut out exactly what we wanted to see. And not that I know, I have to say that it was tame. It was dry. It was unseasoned. And they tried to season it. They took a chicken, a rotisserie chicken, and slapped some seasoning on top. They didn't do nothing else, just on top. Once you take off the initial layer of skin, it's just dry, just raw, uncooked chicken. That's what it was. And it's sad. The sex is sad. And another thing about it, not only is it bland, they stay capitalizing the fact that sex is the core of these relationships. Because quite honestly, watch these movies. Do you know their last name? Do you know their middle name? Do you know their favorite color? Who they family? Who they mama? You don't know much about them. And they don't know much about the protagonist. And yet they're in love. Yet the whole world is against them. These women never fight back. Like, they fight back, but it's more like a brat. Not necessarily like fighting back. Like, I feel like in 365 days especially, she was given one too many opportunities to run and she wasn't running. Like, baby, you are kidnapped. Like, you don't know this man at all. You're sitting here signing contracts and trying, no, honey, I need to run. Especially there was one scene where she was running to the police officers and she was like, help me. Girl, I would have jumped off the bridge. I really would have. I'm trying to leave, run, disappear. If I die, I die. But if you are really desperately trying to leave in a situation where you are kidnapped, again, it just could not be me. I just would have been throwing my body left and right to try to escape, girl. Like, she wasn't thinking, in my opinion. Now, I get it. I'm sure most of these movies are targeted for middle-aged women who have unsatisfying relationships, or women who are fantasizing what, life would really be like and what this type of relationship would be. But it's a little, we can do better. We can fantasize better. And in the end, depending on the demographic that these movies are given in, they're a little toxic. Because not gonna lie, in certain Wattpad stories and stuff like that, I really had the ideology that if I could fix a man, and baby, you can't. Some of these movies, of course, they are targeted for adults, so I can't really speak on it, because at the end of the day, we're all adults. We know what is toxic, I hope. We know, what is right from wrong, and we understand that this is just some good old-fashioned smut. Like, this is just some mess that is for us adults. We as grown, this is a grown folk business. But then we have the teen flicks, the romance movies. That's dare I say the same thing, yet for kids. And I'm like, ooh, I really hope that a lot of young girls don't think that if he's choking you down, if he's interrupting you or pushing you against the wall that it's sexy, because in reality, it's not. In reality, it really isn't sexy. These examples of what we consider just hot and heavy, just sexy, like, I wish. In reality, take away the move, take away the background music, take away the abs, take away the sexy face, and just give a old man or a creepy old guy. I promise you the reaction is gonna be a little different. Now, I understand this is all in fun. I love a little bit of smut every now and then. I'm sure you guys do, and I'm sure now that Valentine's Day is quickly approaching, we all will be watching some mess on Netflix or any other social media site. But all I ask is beware. Beware. Please know that this is fantasy and not reality. If any of these men exhibit these type of behaviors, please run, leave the relationship, leave. You cannot fix it. And that is my tech talk, ladies and gentlemen. Please like this video, please subscribe.